How was, wait, don't tell me. Wow, right? And then Africa? Nice. It looked like it was fun.
I didn't know either.
How was? Wait, did we go to Puerto Rico?
Yeah. That was cool. Yeah. It was nice. I like the hotel. Yeah, I saw a lot of, saw a lot of kids. As well. Living room in Spanish.
I know I want to do like a show pictures.
Yeah.
Because I want to know about it.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you today?
Good.
Good. Today, this class is the first class of the summer quarter, right?
Yes.
Good. I'm very excited to be here with you. Congratulations on starting your senior year. It's an exciting year, and I know that it goes really fast and you have a lot of things to do. So on Monday, every Monday we'll meet at 8, and most of the time of this research course, there is some didactic portion, but most of it's really your work being continued in class. I give you time that you can continue your work in class so that I'm here if you have questions, because there are many things that you have to work in a group, and sometimes you just need some help to move forward, and that's why we will have a lot of time together in class to complete all of your assignments. But this research design class is really designed so that it stimulates your brain and should be a lot of fun. But by stimulating your brain, it will also involve a little bit of stress, because if you think and think and think, you also get stressed and stressed and stressed. So it's really finding the best balance so that it is fun and that you will learn through the process. And I will be here to help you, all of your faculty, all of the dental hygiene faculty who are working with me in this class will help you to really come up with a project that is worthwhile and will be fun for you as an experience as you graduate, because I will see you this full year, and we'll also be seeing you in May when you're graduating. So it's really a nice journey for me as well to meet you in the summer and then really see you graduating next year. And it goes really fast. So my name is Soran Kwan, and this is just information for you in case you want to contact me. My office is not here in Prince Hall, but at the Chen Shan Pavilion. Are you familiar with Chen Shan Pavilion? The East Wing is our Center for Dental Research, and my office is in the East Wing. This is my phone number. I'm best to reach with email, so if you have some questions or even would like to meet with me, just email me when you would like to drop by my office, and usually I'm happy to discuss your project or any questions you have via email or in my office. Since we are going to spend 1 year together, I think it's nice to introduce myself a little bit, and then I will ask you to introduce yourself a little bit. You know each other very well since you have been spending 1 year together. I don't know you. I saw some faces on campus, but I would really like to know you a little bit better. And I'm originally from Korea, and graduated from Yonsei University, which was established 1885. So really it has a long history. And it was established by 2 missionaries from the United States. So we have a Christian background. And the school, as you can see here, has its very old portion, and then you have expansions, and you see the newer buildings there. And I graduated 1993. Were you born? At that time you were? Okay, good. So there's not too much of a generation gap. You were born when I graduated from dental school, and I did my residency. It's a 3 years residency in conservative dentistry. In Korea, conservative dentistry is operative and endo together. So, and after finishing my residency, I got into private practice, and our private practice was emphasizing aesthetic dentistry. So we had 4 doctors, our dental hygienists, our dental assistants, and our lab technicians who worked. We had a lab in our clinic as well. So I was in private practice for about 13 to 14 years. And while doing my private practice with my husband, I also did continuing education to dental hygienists and dentists on tooth whitening. So my emphasis in aesthetic dentistry is tooth whitening. And by doing these continuing education courses, I had the privilege also of publishing my textbooks, which was first published in Korean. Do we have some Korean speakers here? Oh, okay, you can read it? So this is the Korean version that I published in 2006, and then in 2009 was published by Quintessence in English, and in 2010 in Chinese. Do we have Chinese speakers here? No Chinese speakers. That's sad. And while writing these books, I thought it would be really, because when you write books, these books are based on my patients. So I had a lot of clinical cases that I included in these textbooks. But I thought it would be nice if I could do my own research on tooth whitening, because I had many questions to answer. But you look into the literature in what is out there, but that part that I was really curious about was a little bit missing. So I thought I would really like to continue a little bit more in research, and that's when my husband recommended me to come to the US and do some further training on research. So in 2009, we made a big move and came to the United States. I applied to the University of Iowa, and from 2009 to 2011, while doing my master's again, I focused on the mechanism of tooth whitening. So that was my basic emphasis in research. And since then, I've been pretty much in research since 2009. So it has been about 10 years that I've been moving away from private practice to research. This is my family. I have a little boy and a little girl, but they're not that little anymore. They have grown a lot. So my daughter, Julia, she will be going into sophomore high school here, and my boy Joseph will be going into 6th grade. So they are growing fast, so you can see how time flies. And as I mentioned before, I'm located in the east wing of the Changshan Pavilion, and my office is a beautiful office. I have the best view on campus. It's I think the fourth room over there. So you can find me easily. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, just shoot me an email. And Ms. Withers is one of the course associates in this course, so if you have questions and cannot find me, please feel free to ask Ms. Withers as well. So we are working as a team. So with my introduction, I would like to hear also from you. And since I think we have 41 students in this class, is this correct? Yes? Okay. Sabrine, you're the class president, right?
Yeah.
Can you come to the front? Yes, come to the front. Sorry. Sometimes I give the mic to everybody to introduce yourself, but then we will be spending 1 hour, right? But we would like to compress it and make it really efficient. So Sabrine, you have been working with this class for 1 year,
Yeah,
right? You know all of them,
somewhat.
somewhat.
Yeah.
Can you summarize your class to me a little bit?
Each person or?
I leave that up to you. I'm here to listen, so if you want to introduce.
Well, this class, I'm going to say what I've heard from teachers first. They're very good at asking questions. Very
Oh, I
creative.
love that. I loved it.
Yeah, they're very creative. We have some very smart people in this class, some very funny people.
Okay, smart people. Can you stand up so that I know who
Everyone.
belongs to who? Who belongs to which group? So smart. Oh, there's only one smart. You said you have a lot of smart
We
people.
do, but I guess they don't want to show their faces. we have a lot of humble people.
Okay, all that are sitting are humble. Okay,
Yeah, I guess so.
we have smart people.
Except Lisa.
And you said, okay. You said you have funny people. Can funny people stand up so that I can match the faces?
Danielle.
Daniel?
No way.
Who's Daniel? Huh?
Trin.
Okay, if they are too humble, and today is the first day, and they don't want to
They don't want to
stand up, why don't you just pick out?
Yeah. So this guy right here, in the gray, the one in the gray sweater.
That's
he's a
Danielle.
smart one. No way. Raise your hand.
No way?
Yes, he's funny.
Huh?
He's
Oh,
funny.
okay, he's funny.
Who's Brian? Brian is not here, but he makes very funny videos.
Attendance.
Okay, Brian is right here. Brian is right here.
Oh,
Why are you trying to hide? Brian is very funny. He makes very funny videos.
Okay, and then what else do you hear from other teachers about?
Yeah, Brian sings also.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
What else do we have here?
Nothing. That's all right.
Yeah, we have a lot of hard workers.
Hard
Hard
workers.
yes.
Uh-huh. Do you work well in a group? Huh?
Yeah, I think it's kind of mixed. I think some people like working by themselves and some people like working in a group. But we've done a lot of group work.
You've
Yeah.
done a lot of group work?
Yeah, a lot.
Because this research design class, the first thing starting next week, I will ask you is give me a group. Because we have 41 students. We cannot do 41 projects. I would love to if you could do individually one project each, but I think that's a little bit too much for you as well. So we usually work in a group of 4. So we will create 10 groups with 4 members. One group will have 5 members, since you're obviously 41 students, right? Am I doing the math correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really weak in math, so you have to help me with numbers. But yes, so 10 groups, and then we will have 10 mentors who will we be working with. And there are many ways that we can do it, and I will ask you, and Sabrine, you have to help me.
Sabine.
Sabine?
Yeah,
Not
Sabine.
Sabrine.
No, there's no R.
There's no
Just
R.
Sabine.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I always say Sabrine, Sabrine.
Yeah, here you can see it.
Sabine. Oh, okay.
I know, it's a tricky one.
Sabine.
Yeah.
Yes, in Europe we have a lot of Sabines, but we say Sabine.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you add like an accent on the E.
On the E, Sabine.
Oh, okay.
Sabine. Good. Now I know Daniel. And
No way.
No way.
Yeah,
But that's
I'll
a
remember that.
difficult name as well. Brian. Okay. I would also like to know your names right now.
I'm AJ.
AJ?
Yeah.
Didn't you say you are fan?
He's the IT type guy.
He's the IT.
Right?
AJ?
Yeah, that's AJ.
You said something else when you came. Didn't you say Fernandi? Okay, AJ.
Maybe that was the guy coming.
Ferdy is always coming, so I thought, okay. Good.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So, since we started talking about groups and mentors, there are a lot of ways that we can do this. And I will leave it up to you, but you have to tell me what you prefer. So what I can do with a group of 4, I can just randomly, out of the class list that I have, randomly select 4 to 5 people and put them in one group.
Nothing. Nothing.
No, please? So the majority says no? Okay, I'm fine with it. You just have to tell me what you prefer. So, with that, I assume that Sabine next week will have a list ready with 4 in each group, and one group has 5. Can we do that? Sounds good? So I leave the group assignments to you, to the class, and Sabine will just tell me group 1 is who, group 2 is who, group 3 is who. And please give it to me in an Excel spreadsheet. Yes, we have a question.
Yeah, is it just, how about if we're interested in a specific topic, and so can we have a topic name so we can figure out, maybe we may end up in a group 4 based on what we want to do research on.
Oh, that's a good one too. Okay, so what we will do, did you hear? What's your name? Lucille. I think Lucille made a good point. Although you work good in a group, sometimes based on the topic, you might reconfigure again, right? So that's good. That's good. So next week, I will come up with the topics. I will give you the topics, and then based on the topics that I'm listing, I think you can match the group that would like to work on that topic. Do you all agree? That sounds good? Perfect.
Quick question.
You have to tell me your name.
Oh, my name's Christian.
Christian?
Yes.
Okay. Lucille, Christian. Okay. Brian, AJ.
Nano.
Nano?
My name is John.
Is that a group? Is that a joke?
No, that's my nickname.
Nano is your nickname?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm working on nano
Yeah?
dentistry. High five. You're nano.
Well,
You're nano.
I'm not little though.
I'm
Not little in nano.
Nano, it's little, but it's huge.
Well,
Depends on,
I don't know how to take that.
it depends on your perspective, in which dimension you are looking at it. Okay?
It's about
Nano.
perspective.
Daniel. Okay, Lucille. Christian, yes, to your question.
All right. Oh,
You forgot.
Yes, the topics, are these topics already, like, do you already have the topics or do we come up with our own, like, research topics?
You know, this class is really creative. I can see it already. So you're doing great. So what we used to do in terms of topic, and that's why I don't even have them right now this week, because our dental hygiene faculty usually come up with a topic that they would like to really pursue, because so we are giving you topics because every faculty has different expertise. So we would like our dental hygiene faculty and myself continue in the interest area that they have been working on. But in the past, so I will give you the topics and the faculty name, and you will match which group will go to which group, your preferences. Sometimes your first preference, sometimes you have so many groups that would like to do this topic. I cannot give all groups their first preferences. So what I'm asking usually is to give me your preference number 1, 2, and 3. And based on your preferences, I'm matching the faculty. But what we did is sometimes this faculty wanted to do this. But then that group was really interested in something else. And by discussing it with your mentors, we had groups that really pursued a topic that our students wanted to do. For example, this is just an example. A faculty wanted to do something on dental infectious diseases. But that group that got matched wanted to do something about fluoride, about the perception of people on fluoride, and that's how they switched. But that has to be discussed with your mentor. Your mentor has to be willing to change the topic as well. So there are many ways to solve it. So it's very flexible at the beginning. Okay. So that's what we are going to do next week. I will give you the topic list, and you will work on your group assignments. So this summer quarter, since we have, what do we have? What holiday do we have?
4th of July.
But that's not on a Monday. That's Thursday. But there's one holiday, Labor Day. Usually this course was on Tuesday in the afternoon. But this year, with all the curriculum change, I ended up doing this at 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's very hard for me as well to really be here on time. But it's also good because that's when we are really starting the week afresh, and we can support each other and start a good week so that we can make it through the week. So it's without the Labor Day, because Labor Day there's no class. Yeah, a little bit of excitement. No class. And your name is?
Kayla.
Huh?
Kayla.
Kayla? Okay, Kayla, thank you. I was like, yes! Labor Day! Yes! So that's why we have only 10 weeks. And out of the 10 weeks, you have to remove your midterm and your final, because during the midterm week and final exam week, there's no class. I will give you your midterm and final exam will be posted on Canvas. The questions and what you have to submit will be posted, so you will see it a little bit beforehand. There's usually a due date. I usually give 1 week for you to complete your midterm and your final exam.
So we do on our own time?
Yeah. On your own time. It's a lot. It's a lot. Because you will have to work on it for 1 week. So you subtract your midterm and final. So we really need during the class you meet about 8 times. It's not a lot, and it's on Monday, 22 quarter credit hours. And as I've mentioned to you before, this class is really for you to be able to be confident to perform a research project. And the end result of this course, the final exam, is the submission of your research proposal, which includes an introduction, the background, the materials and methods, and the statistical analysis that you will be performing. What's your name? Oh, you have to really raise your hand. Give me your name.
Levine.
Levine. Okay, you have beautiful names here. Lucille, Levine.
So there's going to be a final, and you also want us to turn in our proposal?
No, the proposal is the final.
Is the final. And that, is it one per group or one per person?
One per group.
Okay.
It's good, right? So you work in a group. And by the end of this course, we would like you to be able to really be efficient in searching the literature, be comfortable with the writer of a proposal, because the proposal has certain elements that we will talk about, that you will have to include, and then you will be able, at the end, you will be able to effectively present your research proposal to others so that they can understand what you are planning to do. And hopefully it will help you to really develop critical thinking skills that you will be using throughout your career. Because how long will your career be? How long do you expect to work? You are a hard worker.
20 years.
20 years? I hear 20 years. Huh? 10? 10? Who are you? What's your name? Sarah? Okay, Sarah wants to work only 10 years. That was my initial plan too. I thought I would work 10 years and then I would be done. I would retire. But then after 10 years, I felt, I'm still so young. I will work another 10 years. And then 20 years passed, and then I was I'm still so young. I will work 10 more years. So
You're still working.
still working. Still working. But still enjoying, because as you work and work and work, you will see it's just like a rolling ball that gets bigger and bigger and won't stop. So usually your dental career, what we have in statistics, it's about 30 to 40 years. And some work until they die. A long, long time. So it's a long career, and we really hope that these 2 years that you spent with us will really help you to develop skills, because the things that you learn today, after 10 years or 20 years, will change totally. We never learned about CAD/CAM when I was in school. We didn't even learn about those rotary files. We did all hand filing. So everything changes, so you have to be able to adapt to these changes, look into the literature, read journals to keep up with all the changes so that you can provide the best services based on best evidence to your patients. So all that you're doing right now is to benefit your patients, and that will benefit you as well. So this is the major outcome that we expect to get out of this course. The final grades of this course are based on a lot of assignments. So it's not only the midterm and the final exam that will count to your final grade. It actually starts with today. So did you receive an email
Yes.
today? That's the pre-K survey that was emailed to you via Qualtrics. And by completing the pre-K survey, you will receive 5 points. Is that good, right? So you don't get points subtracted because your answers were wrong. Doesn't matter. Just finish, complete all the questions, and you will receive 5 points. At the end of this summer, I will send via Qualtrics a similar survey, and that's called the post-case survey, and you will receive 5 points for that as well. And today we will also talk about the CITI GCP course that you will log in and create an account. We will talk about that, and that will give you 10 points. So by working on all of these assignments today, the pre-K survey and the CITI, you will receive 15 points already, which is 15 towards your 100% that you can get. And then throughout the course, we have all of these assignments, and all of these assignments are also posted on Canvas. Did you check the Canvas?
No.
AJ, a student should look at Canvas.
I'm looking at it right now.
Huh? You're looking at it right now? Okay, so on Canvas, we have the syllabus, you have the schedule. So this is just for you. Throughout this course, I will point out to the syllabus and the schedule, but you have it, so you should be able to open it. And then these are all of your assignments that were described earlier in the slide, but this is the pre-K survey, and you can see that the due date for this is July 1st. It's today, so the pre-K survey you have to complete today. And then the CITI and the GCP training, although I'm going to tell you how to create an account, that is due by next week, July 8th, because there are a lot of modules that you have to complete, so I will want to give you time to complete all of those modules. And then the pre and post quiz is due July 15th. So all of these come with due dates, but you can see that it is spread out throughout the course, and we will be talking about these assignments as they are coming up, and you will receive reminders to complete all of your assignments. Do we have any questions on these? What's your name?
Monina?
Huh?
Monina?
Monina. 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 Your name was?
Naveen.
Naveen. Lucille.
Monina.
Monina. And then for the midterm exam, I mentioned to you the midterm exam will be posted on Canvas, so you will download the exam sheet, and the midterm exam is coming up pretty soon. When is midterm exam? Huh? Coming up pretty soon. I think it's in 3 or 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
July 26th.
It's coming up. So midterm exam, it will be a sheet with questions, and the answer to these questions are all in these midterm readings. Oh my God, it's a lot of readings. But so throughout the course, not throughout the course, at the beginning of this course, next week, we'll be talking about these articles, and I will highlight the important parts so that you can review them, and it's an open book. So if you forgot or are not sure, you can always go back to the references to complete the answers. And then I will ask you to do a critical assessment, critical a critique on our research article. So that's the midterm exam. And you will be talking about these questions and how to do a critique of an article next week. So here is the schedule, the day-by-day schedule. So week 4, July 22nd, is midterm exam. Everything that is orange is exams. And there's no class, so don't come to class. There will be something posted for you to complete, and I will give you 1 week. So although the midterm exam is July 22nd, your submission is due on Friday. So I will give you 5 days to complete. So today we have a course introduction, and then we'll talk about the CITI. Next week I will be mainly talking about how to successfully complete your midterm exam. To talk about evidence-based dentistry, critical evaluation of articles, and then we will also be having some time to match the mentors and get your group assignments. So next week, pretty much everything to work in a group will be completed. And then the 3rd week, Ms. Tamaris will come in and talk about how to do literature search so that you can efficiently search for literature, for topics that you're interested in, and then we'll go directly to your midterm exam. And then the later half of this quarter, I will talk a little bit about different designs and methodologies for research projects. Some of you might be doing clinical studies, some of you might be doing human subject studies, some of you will be distributing surveys. So there are many types of different research that we can do. So we will be talking about design, and then we will have Miss Amy Casey. Oh. That was a good wake-up call. So Ms. Amy Casey will come in to talk about the Institutional Review Board, because most of the groups will complete a IRB application. So we'll talk about what IRB application involves and how to do it, who to contact to receive help. And then after that, look at week 6, 7, and 8. Week 6, 7, and 8 is pretty much working in a group to write up your research proposal. So week 6, you see writing the research proposal part 1. So I will talk a little bit about how to write the aims, objectives, significance, and background, and then you will write it in class. So you will work in a group to complete this, and then after this I will ask you to send it to me. And that's the way of how I collect attendance, and also check where you are in the write-up of your research proposal. Sometimes the 2 hours that I give to you is not enough, and sometimes you may not be able to complete, but still I will ask you to just submit so that I know the pace of each group working. And then week 7, it's writing the research proposal part 2, and that's the time when you will write up the materials and method sections, which is the biggest part of your research proposal. And week 8, we will complete pretty much your write-up, and some of you, or most of you, will have to finish an IRB submission. And we found that this IRB submission is very challenging because it involves many documents that you have to download, and sometimes by downloading the wrong document, you have to rewrite everything. So we will do it in class. This year, we will do the IRB submission in class so that you have it ready. And then you see the 2 red things. What did I mention about the red things? exams. So on August 26th, this is week 9, we have 10 groups, and each group will present their research proposal to the class. This is part of your grades that will be graded, so I will grade how you efficiently present or confidently present your research proposal to your class. So at the beginning, 1 hour, we will have group 1 to 5 present, and then 6 to 10 present. And the presentation time for each group is about 5 to 7 minutes. And since this is a PowerPoint proposal, PowerPoint that you're going to do, you're going to work in class here to finish your PowerPoint presentation as well. You can see the course is structured so that most of the things you can start in class and ask questions if needed, so that you can just move forward and just finalize everything. And then week 10, that's the final exam. No class, but you have been pretty much writing up your research proposal, right, during class. And then you're presenting, and based on your presentation, you will get some feedback on how to improve or what to change. You make the changes and then submit your final research proposal. That's your final exam. Any questions? Sunshine?
Yes.
Yes. That's easy.
Yes. When we formulate these groups, are these going to be the groups that we present with our actual research,
Yes.
like how we saw when we sat in the seniors? That'll be our final group.
Yes. So this group assignment is very important, because you're not working with this group for this class only. In the fall quarter, we have another class, which is Research 2, right? That's the class when you will actually carry out your research proposal. So this research proposal is not something theoretical. It's something that you will carry out in your fall quarter. So this group carries on until the end. And in the fall quarter, you carry out your project. And then in the winter quarter, you analyze your data. And in the spring, when you're about to graduate, we have the homecoming. Did you come to the homecoming this year? It was required, right? So that you have an idea of how this works. In the summer, you work on your research proposal. In the fall, you carry out the project. In the winter, you finalize everything, so that in March, you will be able to present your research project that you have now on a poster to the audience. And some of you, 5 groups out of the 10, will go to the CDHA in May to represent our school. So it's a full year cycle. And that's why it's a nice journey, because I will see you throughout this 1 year. Okay, any questions? No questions? Sabine, you said this is a group with a lot of questions.
Give us some time.
Some time? Okay. So questions? No questions. We'll move forward. So the pre-case survey has been sent out. Everybody has received it. So make sure you complete it. And once you complete it, since it's linked to your email, I will know exactly who completed. And by today, 11:59 p.m., I will close. And for those who have not completed this survey, by today, you are very mean. Okay, I'm glad you said it. He said too bad, because you will not receive your 5 points. Okay, so make sure you complete your pre-case survey. And do you want me just to continue and then we finish a little bit earlier?
Yes.
I think we'll finish a little bit earlier. So break time, gone. Okay. So now I will talk a little bit, and I mentioned this a little bit to you. This course, the Research 1 and Research 2 class is part of the student research program. And the student research program involves our dental hygiene students, our DDS students, and our IDP students. And this is to really, on a school level, is to foster student research and give you the exposure, opportunity to present locally, which is the homecoming, and regionally, which is the CDHA in Anaheim. So it is supposed to give you a good exposure to present and show and share with other students and alumni of what you did and the significance of your study. So you want to do a study that is important for you, because you have to be curious about something that you would like to know about a topic, and that hopefully you will carry on in the future to become an expert in that area. And some of our dental hygiene students also published their research findings in articles. Yes, they did. And if you do so, it really strengthens your CV. I don't know what you would like to do in the future, but many of you, as I have seen, go into practice. Some of you come back to pursue MS. Some of you come back to do a DDS program. Some of you come back for many other reasons. So all of this that you do throughout this year will really strengthen your CV. It really looks good when you say that you won first prize at the LLU on homecoming. It looks even better if you can say that you won first prize at the CDHA. So everything will go into your CV. And you can assume leadership roles if you would like to. So the student research program has 4 seasons. Can you? 4 seasons are?
Summer, fall, winter, spring.
Summer, fall, winter, spring. It's very visual, right? And in the summer, what we do in the summer is, through this research class, we write up the research proposal. And this summer is the most important part, because you really decide which topic you would like to do. You search the literature on what is out there in the literature about your topic, and then you formulate your questions, your methodology. So this is an important part of, the most important part of your research. And then in the fall, you will actually carry out your research project. In the winter, based on the data that you have collected, you will analyze your data and then get ready for the abstract submission for homecoming and the CDHA. And then in the spring, you will present your findings, which is another very interesting part. So this is pretty much the cycle that we will go through. And this was 2 years ago during the homecoming, where you get judged, so you stand in front of your poster, judges are there, audiences are there, and you present, which is really nice. And then after the homecoming, we select 5 groups out of 10 to represent us at the CDHA. So you will go to the CDHA. These are the students that presented 2 years ago in front of their posters. Can you see? They look very professional. And the award winners, that was last year. It looks cool. And it's very competitive. It's very competitive. but we're very proud that we had Brian, Andrew, Tom, Sean, Nathan. You know all of them, right? The group of 5, they won the first prize with their research on glucometer, on the perception of glucometers in the dental setting. So they won first prize. It's cool. We were very, very proud of them. And when you look at our student research program, you can see that we usually do very well. So the CDA is where our dental students present. The CDHA is where you will be presenting. And each year we have, for dental hygiene, the maximum prizes that we can get is 3. Number 1, 2, 3 in the original research category. And then for the DDS students, they have 3 categories: scientific, community, and basic science. So they can, if we get all the prizes, we would be able to receive 9 awards. And by adding our dental hygiene categories, we have a total of 12 awards that we can get at CDA and CDHA together. And you can see how it drops and how it rises, because all schools, I think, are similar. They have these waves, right? It doesn't always go like up, 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 up. Sometimes you go down, 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 and then we just have to kick back and try to go back up, 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 up. So in 2016, that was the year that we did really bad. We just received 2. I'm glad though, we received 2. It would look really bad if it's 0, right? So at that time, I think our school felt the need to really re-energize and reinvigorate our student research program, get our students excited again, get our faculty excited again, because it's working together, our students and faculty working together to really pursue a project that is worthwhile to do. And I'm really happy that during the past 3 years we have been really improving. This year in May we received 8 out of 12 awards. That was really was such a great blessing. And 2020, where we will be at 2020, I don't know yet, but Sabine told me this is a hard-working class, creative, fun, right? So with that, if you are creative and if you have a lot of questions, which means you're curious to know, then I'm very sure that you will go up, 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 a little bit higher than this. So let's see. But it's not only the award, it's just the process that is very fun. So 2020, I will leave that up to you. But continuing with our assignments, the CITI program, it's a training that everybody has to do to complete a research project involving human subjects. And you might think, oh, I'm not doing a clinical study, so I won't need it. Most of us are doing surveys, some type of studies that involves distributing surveys. So in order to distribute surveys, we have to complete this. In the CITI program, you can Google CITI training. Can you Google CITI training? And then you will see, or CITI program. Then you will see this logo. Can you see that? The CITI program. And it will, since I think none of you have completed a CITI training. Did anybody complete a CITI training before? Not really, right? So since it's the first time that you're logging in, you have to create an account. And you can do it right now. Just create an account with your username and your password. And it will ask you to search an organization and search Loma Linda University. Loma Linda University will pop up so that you are affiliated or connect your username with Loma Linda University. And then you will agree to the terms, you will agree, and then it will prompt you to go to step 2. Yes, Sunshine?
Do we need to use our LLU email or?
Yes, preferably your LLU email. And then it will ask you what type of human subjects research you will be doing. There are 3 types. There are biomedical research, social behavioral, and data or specimen research only. Please click the biomedical research. And all of the other questions that you get is pretty straightforward. You're a student. But important is that you are doing the biomedical research for investigators. And then you have to go into courses. You have to complete the biomedical research for investigators and the good clinical practice in ICH, which is called the GCP. So these are the 2 courses that you have to complete. And you have to add these courses so that you finish them. The biomedical research for investigators, if you click on that, it will prompt you to complete 18 modules. These are all the modules that are associated with biomedical research for investigators. Some are really, some are introduction, which does not even have a quiz. Some is an informed consent that you need to do, and each module has 3 or 4 questions that you have to complete. It's like completing your blue book. And if you don't pass 80 or 85, you just retake the quiz. So it's 18 modules that you have to complete. And then for the good clinical practice and ICH, the GCP, the basic course that you're taking, it has 14 modules. So 2 courses, right? 2 courses with 18 modules and 14 modules each. And once you complete 1 course, you will receive a certificate. And the certificate that you are receiving, post it on Canvas, upload it on Canvas, and then I will see that you have completed these 2 courses. For those who are not registered on Canvas yet, it's okay. Just when you get registered, you post it on Canvas. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, so I was trying to do this. It says, are you interested in the option of receiving continuing education? Let me know.
Yeah. Would you like to? Do you need?
that's
No,
fine.
right, no.
So we just choose biomedical research.
For investigators
Yeah.
and the GCP.
GCP.
Okay, that's it. Any other questions? So it's straightforward. It's a lot. The first one, it's okay. the GCP is a little bit painful, but it's a requirement. There's nothing that I can do to really help you.
There's 2 GCPs.
Do the GCP, the good clinical practice, and ICH.
Okay, so just this one, not this one.
Not
Not
that
social.
one. Not social. Just take the
First one,
exact
the top one.
the exact title as I have posted. And this presentation, I will upload it today so that you can see it again. And once you have completed a course, it gives you a certificate like this that you have completed it. So you will receive 2 certificates. Just to make sure that sometimes it just disappears and you don't know where it went. Just take a screenshot to send it to me on via Canvas.
A screenshot and then upload the file on
Clinical researcher?
That's what I chose.
I just need to see that you completed the 2 courses. Okay?
Do we put clinical researcher or student researcher?
Student researcher is okay. It does not really matter. You can put clinical researcher, but just put student researcher.
And it's our own address?
Okay, so that's for today. All the introduction of the summer quarter and all the assignments have been given to you. Yes, Lucille.
Yes, when you talked about, are you interested in the option of receiving CE credit? Yes?
Just say no.
Okay.
Because you don't need CE credit at this time point, so just say no.
Okay.
So today you will receive you have received the pre-case survey completed. Make sure you complete it. I will see it on Qualtrics whether you have completed that. And then start with the CITI training, which has 2 courses, the biomedical research for investigators and the GCP. And the GCP, use the GCP, the first one. Okay? Any other questions?
So both of them are biomedical.
Both are biomedical. Okay, good. So I'm really glad to meet all of you. Today I learned a few names. Next week I will learn more so that at the end of this course I will meet you. When passing by I can say your name, okay? Good. Thank you so much. And if you have questions with regards to the assignments, ask Sabine. Sabine, you're good, right? And if Sabine does not know, Sabine ask me. Okay? Or just email me directly. Okay, so if you have questions, just email me and I will try my best to respond as soon as possible.
When you're putting the role in research, is it clinical research?
You can do clinical researcher or you can do student researcher. It really does not matter what you really. Okay, thank you so much. I will be looking forward to seeing you next week at 8 o'clock. Thank you.